That tiny hic starts with a sudden contraction you never asked for. Your diaphragm suddenly fires, air rushes in, and your glottis snaps shut. Hic. And that's why a hiccup sounds so strange. But what makes your body do this in the first place? 1 second, you're eating normally. The next, hic. Then another. The main player is your diaphragm. It's a dome-shaped muscle sitting underneath your lungs. Every time you breathe in, it contracts and moves downward. Your lungs expand. But during a hiccup, that contraction happens suddenly and involuntarily. The diaphragm pulls downward. Air rushes into your lungs. Then the glottis closes almost immediately. That sudden interruption in airflow produces the sound. Hic. And your diaphragm isn't acting alone. Hiccups involve a reflex pathway involving nerves and the nervous system. Signals from around the chest and abdomen can travel toward the brainstem. Then, motor signals travel back through the phrenic nerves, and the diaphragm contracts again. So what can set this reflex off? Sometimes it's surprisingly ordinary. Eating too quickly, swallowing air, eating a very large meal, or drinking something carbonated. And this is where understanding the mechanism becomes useful. If you tend to get hiccups after eating, slow down. Take smaller bites, chew thoroughly, and avoid gulping food or drinks. And if large meals or carbonated drinks seem to trigger your hiccups, try reducing them and see whether the pattern changes. If you already have hiccups, don't panic. For most people, the reflex settles on its own. The simplest approach is usually to give your breathing and body time to return to normal. But there is one point you shouldn't ignore. If hiccups last longer than 48 hours, keep coming back frequently, or interfere with eating, sleeping, or breathing, talk to a healthcare professional. Because most hiccups are just a temporary reflex. But persistent hiccups can sometimes be associated with an underlying medical problem. That's why understanding the mechanism also tells you when something deserves a closer look. Your body is doing far more than you can see. That's the science happening inside you.